का फैसला किया और हमारी जो है वो रेट एक्सेप्ट हो गई है और हमें आशा है कि इस इशू को हम एक सैद्धांतिक रूप पर से लड़ रहे हैं और वी आर contesting this case only because that in future government should not play with the interests of the serving government employees as well as the pensioners. The importance of the Pensioners Day has already been known to everyone because all those who are participating in this virtual meeting today, virtual conference today, they are all leaders and they know the value of the pension. They know that why our the Nakara went to the Supreme Court and Supreme Court gave a very clear-cut decision that the pension is not a bounty, it is not a charity. It should be, it is a deferred wage, and therefore it should be paid all for the all times to the pensioners. But you know that the government changed the pensioners' right and pension later on brought it as a new pension system on which we have already fought with the government. No doubt they have given this uh, government have changed their stand after a lot of struggle from the various sectors of the government employees. We had been a part of that struggle, and recently they have issued an order, notification that they will give a guaranteed pension scheme. But still, we hope that we are fighting with the government uh, that all the benefits which we were getting in the old pension scheme should be brought to the people, those who are covered in the new pension system. Pension's name can be, you can name the pension in any name, but all the benefits which we are getting, those should be in the old pension scheme should be given to the employees. So that is our fight with the government, and that will continue. Uh, NCCPA is a militant organization, everybody knows. And now Pensioners Forum have given us a lot of strength. So we all together are fighting the issues of the pensioners. One thing is there that in the recent past I have met to the our pension secretary, who is DOPT secretary also, and she said that there should be no doubt that pensioners will not be given the pensioners benefit as had been discussed in this MNCPC. They will be given the benefit in the HCPC also. But I told her very clearly that the terms and reference has been issued by the government and notified by the government is quite the ambiguous and not very clear. And fortunately, as a DOPT secretary, as a National Council JCM, we had discussed the issue of the terms and reference with the present secretary DOPT, who is now pension secretary also. So we told her that all the suggestions given by the National Council JCM have not been considered by the government. So when terms and reference itself are very ambiguous or not very clear, so this is a issue which is creating a lot of agony among the minds of the our retired employees of the central government, as well as on the many issues to the serving railway employees also. But in any case, what is their thinking, that is there, and I hope that in the January the work of the pay commission will start, and we have told them very clearly that it should be from the 1st January 2026, its implementation must be clear. People are anxious because some reply in the Lok Sabha has been given that it will be decided by the government. It is a fact that the implementation used to be decided by the government. There is no doubt in that. But at the same time, uh, uh, at many times, government have mentioned right from the January when they have announced that pay commission they are going to set up, that it will be implemented from the 1st January 26. And in the recent past, also when they had been on the before Bihar election, they had been on the campaign. So that time also they were mentioning that it will be implemented from the 1st January 26. So I'm not having any doubt in that, but at the same time, a large number of queries we are getting from many places. We are very clear, and National Council JCM is very clear, JCA is very clear that in case there will be any, there cannot be any compromise with the date of implementation, and moreover, when we will be presenting our memorandum for the our serving employees as well as for the pensioners, we will make it again very clear that the date of implementation must be from the 1st January 26. So, comrades, challenges are much more ahead, and I think that when as a pension day we are discussing this issue today, I think that we will take a pledge that if government is not going to uh, take up the issue of the pensioners as well as serving employees in a positive manner, then we are ready to take up the issue. And as has been in the past also, that if government is ready to give the things and resolve the things peacefully, we are very much interested to resolve the issues peacefully with the government. And in case uh, they think that nobody should take the government employees as a for granted, if there be anything against the interest of the government employees and pensioners, we we will have to fight with the government, and we will achieve our targets, and we will achieve whatsoever we want uh, by uniting the workforce, uniting the government employees as well as the our pensioners, uh, bringing them all on one platform, and definitely we will be able to achieve what best we can achieve for our pensioners as well as for the serving employees. So today, when all of you have joined, I again welcome you all on behalf of the NCCPA and NCJCM also, and hope that whatsoever decisions NCCPA will take, that will be a milestone, and we will go for a definitely in a very positive manner for achieving the uh, targets and the goals decided by the NCCPA for the pensioners. Thank you very much, comrades. I will request to Raghavendra to kindly conduct it. I will be joining you. Meantime, I have a meeting. So for a half an hour or 40 minutes, I will be this. I may not be attending your this meeting, but for other period, I will be in contact. I will be joining. I will also request Comrade Nambudiri that he is there, so I have no problem. And in case there be any urgency for me to attend the other meeting, he will be here to preside the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade, for the inspiring speech as President. I think all the speakers, all the orators come. Comrade Tapanda, General Secretary CITU, Comrade Nambudiri, Patron NCCPA, and Comrade G.L.Jogi, General Secretary SNPWA. All have come. I welcome all. I welcome all the leaders who attend to today's meeting and to the President also for his valuable speech. And I invite all of you for this grand online meeting. And I request Comrade CIT General Secretary to be the first speaker because he is to attend another meeting also. So I request him to deliver his speech on effect of validation clause adopted in Parliament on 25/3 and on Milestone judgment of Supreme Court on Nagara case on 17/12/82. This is the topic of today's meeting. I request Comrade CIT General Secretary to speak first on the topic and enlighten us. I request Comrade
Comrade Tapan,
Comrade
General
Tapanda.
Secretary CITU is requested to address this video conference, viral conference. Comrade Tapan, please.
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, very clear.
So, comrades,
कॉमरेड तपन सेन आपको बहुत लाल सलाम.
Namaskar, Shri Gopal ji.
नमस्कार नमस्कार.
Anyway, I have come to you not to give a speech. You are more expert than me on that subject. And I don't deal this on a day-to-day basis. So, naturally, but I'm aware of the problem that is cropping up. And this problem is not a very problem that has cropped up out of the ignorance of the authority. So this ambiguity is there in the terms of reference, etc., etc. I understand it is very purposefully, willfully, the present situation is created. That is how I understand about the linking with other developments that is growing every day in the trade union field, attacking the basic rights of the workers. There is no other way to head-on confront. And in that direction, the country's trade union movement jointly are taking up the issue. You are aware that very recently the immediate attack on our head that they have notified the labor courts. Although all the central trade unions jointly appealing that repeal this labor code and that need to be revisited. And that need to be revisited on the basis of international practice on labor matter, of which India government also is a party, through a tripartite consultative forum. Last 10 years, Indian Labour Conference has not been called. And now the new labor policy that was declared by the government, you cannot delink your pension issue from that new labor policy. The new labor policy says that instead of the tripartite forum, they are bringing a new convergence forum. I think somebody is very busy within the meeting.
Comrade, please put up your mic.
So I think it is linked with that they are bringing a new forum, convergence forum or something like that, where the tripartite character will not be there. Under ILO direction, the tripartite forum, there was a standard setting that all the three parties of the three parties, that is the government, the workers' organization and employers' organization will have equal representation and there will be no outsider on that. If you require expert consultation, you better consult, but member of the forum should be from these three parties, not beyond them. Nobody outsider has a right to help us in understanding the issue, but not to decide. They cannot be made a part to decide. So-called experts. And all these experts are all paid experts. So naturally, that thing is going to be totally sabotaged, or to put it in a very perverted form. And in this kind of a background, when all the rights of the labor are under severe attack, it is nothing unexpected that the pension is also one of the important rights of the employees, which was earned through bitter struggle, even from the pre-independence days. That is the background. From the pre-independence, that this bitter struggle, the right was earned, the right was pursued, the right was implemented for more than 7 decades, and now it is now being put in a perverted track. And the main central point is that under this neoliberal format, the workers' right, including pensioners' right, the government will gradually withdraw their hand, their responsibility of ensuring, and put it a factor of market-driven policies. Out of that, all these exercises are going on. The PFRDA was brought into the picture. NPS was conceived. And it was bulldozed through Parliament. It is because a very clear departure of the government's priority of the government of the day to deprive workers their established legitimate due, even which was the spirit of which was upheld by our constitution also. That is precisely the thing. So out of that, these things are coming up, and you have to combat that. We have to combat that. Now, so far as the validation clause is concerned, it was a latest fraudulent ploy of the government, pushed through as an enactment through finance bill. And you know, if something is pushed through finance bill, very little room remains for separate detailed discussion on it, and also examining the merits and demerits of it. And without due examination of demerits and demerits, never an enactment can reach to its ideal stage. It remains with many negative points. In the process of Validation Act being enacted, that route is deliberately avoided, and that's why it was put as a part of the finance bill in the last 2025 budget. And that Validation Act clearly empowers the government unduly to make distinction in the among the pensioners, or to make distinction the manner it was language, the validation clause, which clearly shows a possibility that now 8th pay commission is now on the session. Whether the 8th pay commission's benefit will be extended to all the pensioners uniformly, and the right of the government to make distinction on the factors those are elaborated in the validation clearly signals.
Sir, admin is requested to mute all. Admin is requested to mute all. Host. Sounds are coming from different sources. Please mute everyone.
Comrade, all mute, comrade. Comrade, hear
So-
the CITU General Secretary speech. I request all to mute their own mics, please.
In any case, so the
Host can mute all, sir. Once you
Yeah.
mute all, nobody can open it. You close once for all. Only admins, hosts, co-hosts only can unmute.
Comrade, I will do that. But before that, as a self-restraining, all comrades are requested to close their mics.
shall I start?
Yes, comrade.
So that's distinction, the Validation Act that empowers the government through this power of distinction between the pensioners. And naturally, it signals the prospect given the track record of the government. From OPS, they have gone to NPS, then came back to UPS with so many commitments. And even the press statement made at the time of declaration of UPS, and when the actual order is issued, there is a lot of difference. You can compare that kind of a evil practice. Just now, 21st November, Labour Code was notified. On the same day, PIB given a press statement, Labour Ministry through Press Release Information Bureau, right from 1 to 10 points, all are lies. About the coverage, about the benefit of the Labour Code, all are simply lies. No other word can represent that thing. The Central Trade Union platform already put their opinion on public domain on that matter, that all this lie mongering is going on, and thereafter, for a week, you may say, in all the news.
Speaker. Please spotlight the speaker. Or make me co-host. I will manage.
I don't know why so many talks going in between. Shall I speak or stop?
Comrade, please.
What is going on?
You speak, comrade.
Comrades, those who are participating, kindly mute your telephone. If you are not able to mute your telephone, then at least keep silent. Don't talk when the leader is speaking. Please, kindly cooperate.
Anyway, comrade, I am giving my understanding. You may accept it, you may reject it also. That is how I have been invited to put my understanding on record. That is what so far as I lived in, coming back to this Validation Act, so that danger is created. Now, Pay Commission will be in action, whether the same benefit will go to you or on the basis of date of retirement, some differentiation has been made in extending the Pay Commission benefit, thereby creating a new precedent which will follow in all subsequent Pay Commissions in the days to come. That kind of danger is looming large by this act. So in that kind of a situation, you have referred to Nakara case, and why Nakara, there are at least 3-4 Supreme Court judgments which upheld in varying degree that the right to pension is almost like a fundamental right, and that cannot be carved upon on any plea. Nobody should be differentiated on it on any plea. But the point is that the Validation Act empowers the central government to... Hello?
Yes.
I don't know.
We are hearing, comrade.
Validation Act empowers the central government to make a distinction, and there can different thousands of pleas can be discovered, fund, sustainability, etc., etc., etc. All this can be discovered. It is not an imagination, because on various such issues, This plea has already been made on record by the government on many points. When it relates to the benefit to be flowed to workers. And in fact, your NPS, OPS journey to NPS from old pension scheme is the same story was told. Same story was told. When the concept of NPS was discussed in the floor of the parliament, this is being told. And which, unfortunately or fortunately, I was a witness to that during that material time, when this whole concept was crystallized through PFRDA Act. But unfortunately, that was passed with a few handful of hands from within the parliament, recording their clear position in opposition. More or less, the whole thing got passed. It is a reality in today's political reality in our country. So in that kind of a situation, this challenge which you are facing, you have to, at least I understand, it is to be facing after understanding its full implication and accordingly take a position how to counter it, how to oppose it. I think that is precisely the basic thing to us. And meantime, whatever poser government has made, as if they are responding to this demand of the pensioner by bringing on UPS, ultimately the picture got cleared. Even for whom this UPS was made, out of 24 lakhs something figure, those who are subscribers to fall under the NPS, only 97,000 odd, that is less than 4%. They have opted for UPS. They understood the game right from their press statement made on the declaration of UPS and subsequently government order. That itself is a deception. So that was made and they made a position. Now, given this background and given the danger that Validation Act put before us, it is important that NCCPA, working among the pensioners, plan certain widely campaign not only among the pensioners but also among the people and but also among the common employees. As a trade union activist, I understand the real pressure could be generated if those who are already on the roll serving employees, along with them, that pressure is sought to be built up against this. Even the noise made against NPS and in demanding OPS, the kind of noise made and the heat generated has got some impact on the government. Even that is reflected in some of the election results also. At least Himachal result is partially responsible, is an outcome of that. There, the serving employees were on the street within one of the major demand is that go back to OPS.
Yeah, okay.
And thereafter, we have seen that in number of states, at least 3-4 states, they declared that we will go for OPS, no NPS. But again, that move is a very limited, have got all limitations. Because unless the PFRDA agrees to transfer the money to at least state government's kitty, even if they don't accept NPS, they cannot implement OPS also. Because money is lying with PFRDA. Some of the state government have written to PFRDA to return that money on account of their own employees, which has flown to PFRDA. Let that be come back in the NPS fund. Let that be come back. But government never responded to it. Showing the law. Yes, they are not obliged to return the money back. So this is the overall scenario. And in that kind of a situation, the real pressure can only be generated when it could be integrally linked with the serving employees also. Because this Validation Act empowers the government to do such things which not only the old pensioners will be affected, but also the future prospective pensioners will also be affected. That door was open. Already a new regime is in place, NPS. In between a compromise of UPS, which only 4% has responded to. Given this situation, the impact of the along with your campaign, that also must be brought to fore, that it is not only old pensioners suffering, but also it is going to create a similar negative impact on the prospective pensioners who are still on roll but will retire sometimes after some years after, and they are also going to face a similar kind of discriminatory treatment arising out of the empowerment of the central government to make distinction on the entitlement of pension of the pensioners in the background of the decision of the in the matter of extension of the pay commissions recommendation to the pensioners. That distinction made, that empowerment itself will create a perpetual discrimination and deprivation, because each and every decision of the government of the day on the matter of on this kind of matter, that is rights of the people, benefits of the people, each and every aspect, the direction of those decisions and steps are in the direction of depriving the people, depriving the employers and employees. And also it is in the direction, it is not a one-side picture, it is in the direction of transferring undue advantages, benefits to the big corporate house.
Is not an
So
income.
the kitty is limited.
It is a compensation. So it cannot be covered under definition of 1010B. Based on Chandigarh decision, many tribunals like Bombay और कौन सा
I think Mishra is another speaker. Let me take
बॉम्बे में अभी तक नहीं हुआ.
Please speak, Comrades. Comrade Raghavendran, Comrade Tapan's mic is also muted. Kindly unmute.
Comrade Tapan, please unmute your mic, please. I have muted all mics, so you are requested to unmute your mic, please.
Okay. In any case, in relationship, the basic right to the basic empowerment of the central government to make distinction in the matter of pay commission recommendations to be applied to the pensioners. The making the very right to empower them discussion is fraught with the danger, given the present trend of the direction of the government decisions. And against that, the struggle collectively you have to fight. Country's trade union movement will be fully with your struggle. Already the charter of demand and campaign we are carrying, one of the demand is
And they have paid the taxes. You have paid the taxes, according.
Nothing
Considering the exemption limit of 3 lakhs and not 25 lakhs, then
Okay,
they
I
have paid
complete
excess tax.
control.
Some disturbance. Some disturbance.
Comrade, I am
Carry on, my full support to you.
Comrade, I am
Carry on.
muting all. Please.
For preceding 3 years.
Please,
only.
you
And
unmute your mic.
therefore, one has to move
I am
an
muting
application
all.
for condonation of delay also to submit income tax commissioner.
Comrade
Process is
Tapan
long and incomparable.
Tapanda, please unmute your mic.
kindly
One or two, 3 persons co-host. You cannot handle one person. You make
Tapanda,
somebody
please unmute your mic.
Bani, sir, who statutory pursued with satisfied and got refund with
I am trying to unmute.
co-host keep closing others. Make 1 or 2 persons. You make me, I will control.
I am.
Make one D. Gandhi. Make me co-host. I will close each and everybody. Whoever is opening mic. Except speaker.
Okay.
Somebody other than
Somebody is
Tapan
speaking, keeping their telephone unmuted, disturbing the entire meeting. Kindly help by muting all your telephones. Please.
Sir, you cannot control, sir. You make somebody
वो अपना जो
co-host.
compensation का जो
Host
tax
is
है ना,
unable to control.
वो बढ़ा है।
Host is supposed to
Comrade
control
Tapan,
everybody.
हाँ तो वो सब डिटेल्स देना पड़ेगा ना आपको सर, मेरे को आपको फॉर्म 16 वगैरह मेरा तो तेरा पास ही है।
Comrade Tapan, have you completed?
आप बोलते हैं फॉर्म 16 निकालना
I left it.
Thank you very much, Comrade Tapan. CITU General Secretary has
I can't speak.
given a
Be doing
detailed
that is
position of
that is
the.
going on.
Have you completed, Comrade?
No, I let support to your thing. Please carry on.
Comrade Tapan, General Secretary CITU has given a detailed explanation of the present position of the working class as well as the pensioners, and also mentioned about what has happened about the OPS, NPS, as also the Validation Act. Now we will continue. We thank Comrade Tapan for his excellent speech. Now, Comrade Shiva Mishra has come. I think he has come. Shall I continue, Comrade Shiva Mishra? I think he has already left.
Comrade Nambudiri,
Ah,
I am taking leave. I am going for another meeting.
thank you very much for
Gopalji,
coming.
Namaskar, I am going.
Ah, thank you very much, Comrade. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Comrades, now I will get a few words on this issue of the Pensioners' Day. I am very happy that more than 150 leaders from all over the country of various organizations, pensioners organizations, and workers organizations have attended this meeting. Today is the Pensioners' Day.
नंबूदरी सर कुछ आप बोल रहे थे
Now you have come. Thank
सर
you. Thank you. Continue, Comrade Shiva.
सर I think everybody has heard Comrade Tapan Sen.
Hello. Which is being cut.
What he has explained, some of the things that elsewhere also in the NCCPA with our other comrades. And I think that in the coming future, we have to take some serious note of it, and will decide the future strategies, and we will decide about the work plan. So, but we are very thankful to Comrade Tapan Sen, who has given us a lot of inside problems which are have not been in our knowledge also. I can mention it very frankly. Thank you, Nambudiri.
Yes. Shall I speak, Comrade?
Yes, yes.
Comrades, as I told, we are very happy to be here, about 150 and more leaders of various organizations are present here on this National Pension Day. As our President, Comrade Mishra and Comrade Tapan has pointed out, it is 43 years since the judgment of the Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court, headed by Chief Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, was announced. It was in the Nagara case. What really happened? Why Nagara has got to Supreme Court? Because in the 1979, when certain new orders were issued by the government of India, those orders were not implemented for the earlier pensioners. Actually, Mr. Nagara was getting less than 1,000 rupees as pension because there was a condition that the maximum pension that could be given was 1,000 rupees only. Now, when the new orders came, the pension could be increased more than 1,000, but these leaders did not get the thing, so went to the court. And the court, when as a constitutional issue, went and decided and declared their judgment on 17th December 82. We all very well know we are leaders, but still I remind you some of the most important sentences they said. They say the judgment clearly stated that the pensioners for receiving pension form a class and there is no criteria on which classification of pensioners returning prior to a specified date and retiring subsequent to that date can provide a rational principle correlate to the object of payment of pensions. So there cannot be any change in the pensioners who retired earlier or later. And it was also mentioned that pension is neither a bounty, it is not a gift, nor a matter of grace depending upon the sweet will of the employer, and that it creates a vested right subject to 1972 rules, which are statutory in character because they are enacted in exercise of powers conferred by the provision of Article 309 and Clause 5 of Article 148 of the Constitution. Pension is part of the constitutional provision. It has been clearly stated in the judgment. And pension is not an ex gratia payment, but it is a payment for the past service rendered for 35, 40 years. They have worked, and this is not an ex gratia payment, but it is a payment for the past service. And it is also a social welfare measure. I do not want to quote more of the judgment, but at the same time, it has also been mentioned a pension scheme consistent with available resources must provide that the pensioner should be able to live free from want and with decency, independence, and self-respect, and at a standard equivalent at the pre-retirement level. This was a judgment, that is why it is called Magna Carta of the pensioners. Now we are celebrating, observing the 43rd anniversary of that judgment. When we are observing this day, new attacks are coming, as Comrade Mishra and Tapan has already pointed out. There are various attacks on the working class as well as the pension that has come. The Pension Validation Act, which has been clearly explained by the President, has given it is a Damocles sword among saying that the present pensioners will not what is new benefits and the new pensioner will not get what will be later given. All those pensioners will be limited to what they are getting at present. The NPS has come in 2004 along with PFRDA. Then they changed it to UPS. But our demand is UPS. Our demand is old pension scheme should be restored. This Validation Act is an attack on the pensioners and also the future pensioners and the workers also. The 8th CPC, Terms of Reference, the Forum of Civil Pensioners Associations, as well as the NCCPA, with all uniting the organization, pensioners organization has been fighting against this Pension Validation Act, as well as for changing the terms of reference of the age, so that the pensioners issue can also be taken care of by the Pay Commission. But the government is not ready. We know what if the EPF pensioners, even though after a long struggle by the EPF pensioners, the government at first agreed that it should be minimum 1,000 rupees. But even though the EPF pensioners, there are many who are getting about 500, 600 rupees only. So the entire pensioners are in a very difficult situation. They are continuously being attacked. Whatever they were getting, they are being reduced. It is on this issue at this kind when the central government itself is attacking the workers.
Nambudiri, please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic. I have muted all mics.
I was speaking without unmuting.
Yeah. No, just now. All through you are all right. Only just now.
Okay, comrade. So the central government has attacked the workers also through the new 4 labor codes, which takes away the trade union rights, minimum wage, EPF, ESI, and the very right that workers have won through continuous struggle for the last so many decades. All the 29 rights through court cases and struggles, that has also been taken away. So I will not go on detail. Comrade Raghavendra also is to speak. Comrade Jogi is also to speak. Actually, the workers and the pensioners and all those toiling masses, they are in a very difficult position because of the attack from the central government. So we have to unitedly fight. The Forum of Civil Pensioners Association, with more than 39 pensioners organizations, have organized several programs, including a parliament march. We have conducted Rajbhavan march. We have conducted district level convention, state level conventions. We are signing the memorandum. We are getting the postcard campaign, email campaign, also that signature campaign, everything, because this is a situation where for our existence, for our living, for getting a reasonable pension, for continuing that reasonable pension, for those who are coming in future, for them getting the pension.
Comrade Nambudiri, please. Comrade Nambudiri, please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic. Just now.
Once again, automatically it goes, so I do not know why. I congratulate all the comrades who are present here. You convey to your organization the lakhs of pensioners that we are at a critical stage. A crisis is before us. Unless we are united, we join together, fight the attack against the attack of the central government, then there is no good future for us. For that, we have to continue and implement all decisions taken by the Forum of Civil Pensioners Association and also the NCCPA, so that we will be able to continue as declared by the Nagara case. Thank you, comrade. Thank you very much for hearing me. Thank you. Comrade Raghavendran, now you can speak.
Comrade Nambudiri, please allow Comrade G.L.Jogi, the last speaker, to address. Comrade G.L.Jogi.
No, you will be speaking last.
I will be last.
Comrade G.L.Jogi, General Secretary SNPWA will speak. Comrade Jogi, kindly speak. Comrade Jogi, G.L.Jogi, unmute your mic and speak. Jogi?
Hello, sir.
Hi, Mr. Jogi, kindly.
Yeah, it was muted by Comrade Raghavendra ji. That's
okay,
why.
Now you are clear. We are hearing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Please
sir.
speak your militant speech.
Yes, sir. Respected Comrade Nambudiri ji, our president of today's meeting, Comrade Raghavendra ji, and my dear comrades. You see, sir, when you were just now speaking about D.S. Nakara judgment, the historic judgment, I would like to go a little earlier than that. What prompted D.S. Nakara, what prompted the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court in 1982 to pronounce that historic judgment? That was fundamentally, sir, Keshwanand Bharati versus State of Kerala. It was in 1972 that 13-member Constitution bench of Honorable Supreme Court gave a historic judgment. What was that? It said that the Parliament does not have the power to alter or amend the basic structure of the Constitution. It does not have. And what they defined the basic structure of the Constitution. It comprised of Article 14, Article 21. So the Constitution, Keshwanand Bharati versus State of Kerala was a historic judgment that did not allow Parliament to amend or alter the basic structure of the Constitution. They called it basic doctrine of the Constitution. So, comrades, taking cue from this judgment, the Constitution bench of Supreme Court in 1982 felt that the basic fundamental right, Article 14, is violating by discriminating pensioners by discriminating pensioners on the basis of their date of retirement. So what the Constitution bench felt in 1982 was that it was violating Keshwanand Bharati judgment. It was violating the basic structure of the Constitution. And the Parliament does not have this power to discriminate pensioners on the basis of their date of retirement because it is violative of Article 14. And hence it is violative of basic structure of the Constitution which has been defined by Keshwanand Bharati. Very recently, sir, this was reiterated in very clear terms, in very strong terms. It was reiterated by Justice Surya Kant, the present Chief Justice of India, who said that basic structure of the Constitution as defined in the Keshwanand Bharati case, it protects the Constitution. It safeguards the Constitution. It safeguards the fundamental rights of the workers. It safeguards the fundamental. It does not allow Parliament. It does not confer any right on the Parliament to violate either Article 14 or Article 21. Now, what the government did, sir? Let us very, chronologically analyze the actions of the government. Tapan said was right in saying that it is a calibrated move. It's a calibrated move of this government to finish the workers. That is why they promulgated validation of CCS pension rules in the finance bill. And this validation of CCS pension rules is in complete contravention of Keshwanand Bharati judgment because it infringes upon the fundamental right. It infringes upon the Article 14 of the Constitution. And hence, it is subject to judicial scrutiny. It is subject to judicial challenge. The recourse that we have taken very correctly. It is on this premise only that we have challenged validation of CCS pension rules because it directly violates Article 14 of the Constitution. And going further, after promulgating this bill, after enacting this bill and notifying it in the Gazette of the Constitution, the government is moving very, very slowly and steadily forward. They announced the terms of reference of the 8 CPC And there also they reiterated almost the same thing. Same thing they reiterated. They said the date of pension, that all that the government has the power now to decide the pension revision of pensioners, whether it has to be given from this date or that day. Government has acquired that power by abrogating all the judgments of the Supreme Court of 1972. Why 1972? Because in 1972, Keshwan and Bharti judgment came. So they have annulled that judgment also. To this legislation, they have annulled all the historical judgments from 1972 till date, which protected our pension revision. That is explicitly contained in the terms of reference of 8 CPC. See, normally what would have happened, sir, had they not passed this validation bill and had 8 CPC recommended pension revision, the government did not have power to deny that pension revision. But after validation of this, government has now acquired the power to deny pension revision, even if it is recommended by 8 CPC. So they have arrogated to themselves massive powers now. The government has arrogated massive powers to distinguish pensioners on the basis of their date of retirement. And in this context, no assurance from the government, nothing. It has absolutely no validity. In the face of a legislation, the oral assurances of the government that pensioners will not be discriminated, pension will be given, pension revision will be, that has no meaning unless this validation clause is repealed. And another deadly provision that is contained in the 8 CPC is that pension corps of 10 lakh crores does not virtually exist. When they say it is unfunded, when they say it is non-contributory, they clearly say that you have not contributed towards pension fund. Nothing doing. There is no contribution from your side under old pension scheme as far as pension fund is concerned. Therefore, your pension is unfunded. Therefore, your pension is non-contributory. They've clearly spelled it out in very clear terms. And the government has powers through legislative means. They can reappropriate this fund to some other means. They do have, and that is what they are going to do. Where Comrade Tapan said very, very clearly said, yes, they are very slowly but steadily moving towards pension abolition and linking it with market. They are moving in that direction. 101%. Their intentions clearly, very implicitly contained in the 8 terms of reference as far as the validation bill. Very clearly. On both accounts. They have gone to the extent of saying that pension is unfunded, pension is non-contributory. You have had no contribution towards this pension fund. And it does not virtually exist. So then, yes, they are explicitly contained, right? The writing on the wall is very clear. Very clear. The government is hell-bent upon finishing the legitimate rights of their pension. I am not talking of pension revision, Comrade Nambudiri, sir. I am talking of the existence of pension. The survival of pensioners is under attack. The dignity of pensioners is under attack. The existence of pensioners is under attack. We have to rise. We have to rise as a militant force. We cannot lie down. No. This is the time when age should not come. We have to strengthen our conviction. We have to strengthen our determination, and we have to move forward. Come what may. Our dignity is under threat. Our existence is under threat. Our survival is under threat. Government is hell-bent upon throwing us on the streets. And another dangerous move that the government is doing, they have publicly announced that we are parasites of the society. We are getting pension from the taxpayers' money. When they say pension is unfunded and non-contributory, they strengthen the public perception that pensioners are getting pension from the taxpayers' money. We have to dispel this impression. They are mobilizing public opinion against us by conveying to the public, see, pensioners are surviving at your taxpayer. So it needs a very big struggle, sir. It needs a very concerted struggle. It needs a very prolonged struggle. And we should be ready to go to any extent. And it would be excellent if the working employees join us. They have to jump. Their future also, I can foresee, is in jeopardy. 100%. They are going to be impacted as much as existing pensioners will be. Undoubtedly, they are going to be impacted. That's all, sir. My request is this much only. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Comrade Jogi. You have presently explained. Now, Comrade Raghavendran will speak. Secretary General NCCPA and convener, Forum of Civil Pensioners Association, Comrade Raghavendran.
Thank you, Comrade. I would like to thank everybody. All the three speakers have given a vivid approach, a clear direction to us, how the government has played with us and how we have to move forward. All the three speakers have explained very clearly. Now it is our duty on this day of pensioners, National Pensioners Day, we have to take a clear-cut line and we cannot satisfy ourselves with the oral assurances as Comrade Jogi has pointed out. It must be clear, and in the terms of reference itself, and by repealing all references to the validation clause, and that is how we can satisfy ourselves, and our cycle will continue. And from NCCPA, we are organizing this meeting with the idea that every pensioner in the country should be aware of validation clause and the terms of reference of HCPC. So this is the beginning, and we are able to do that. We are able to accomplish that task in a limited way. And now there is half a month's time, and we have to reach every pensioner in the country and make them aware of the dangers that lie ahead. And with this, I thank all for their patient hearing and all the speakers for fulfilling the task of explaining very well. I thank all participants, and there are many leaders, and I have no time, and we know very well that we have no time to speak all leaders of this meeting. I thank all, and I complete my speech with this thing. Comrade Nambudiri.
Comrade Shiva Mishra ji is on the line. Mishra ji. Comrade Raghavendran, is there any else to speak? Or
we can conclude the meeting.
Comrades, comrades.
Yes.
Now we have observed the Pensioners Day, National Pensioners Day, on online conference. It is actually a conference with about 150 comrades. All those leaders, I can go through the leaders, they are general secretaries of various pensioners organizations, presidents of pensioners organizations. In their own way, they will be organizing the National Pensioners Day on 7th December in all the districts and states also. Now, as Comrade Tapan and our President, Comrade Mishra ji and Comrade Jogi and Raghavendra, all of us said, this is a time when we had to be united, keep away all the differences, and unitedly fight so that the pensioners at present and future will get their rights taken from the central government of India. Now, government is very carefully going forward to deny the rights of the pensioners. According to them, pension is a waste, and that waste pension need not be given. That is, Agniveer has also come. 4 years in the military, there will be no pension for them. This they have already showed. EPF pensioners are getting very less than 1,000 rupees. NPS pensioners, they are getting about 3,000, 4,000 only. And whatever UPS pensioner, they will be getting the same thing also. Our demand is that the old pension scheme should be restored. Pay commission the government should give the terms of reference to a pay commission so that the pensioners issue also can be put in there, and we can submit our demands. And on that basis, whatever we are getting since 1984, Central Pay Commission 84, 96, 2006 and 2016. In the same way, we should get the pension benefits, and also it should be with effect from 2026. All these issues are there.
Governor Nambudiri, please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic. It happened.
What is happening, I do not know. It is automatically going on. So we have filed the case in the Supreme Court also, and in the Supreme Court for 30 lakhs rupees. It is not a small amount. You all Comrades have collected the amount, and it is thankful to you also. And we hope that since it has been admitted, the Supreme Court will take note of our grievances, and we hope that our advocates will also argue for them, because we have got a very good argument also. I do not want to continue more because you are all leaders. Now on the 17th, whatever you have received from here, whatever you had to tell the pensioners and workers also has got to be brought, because tomorrow they are going to be pensioners and they will be also facing the same difficulty. So on this Pensioners Day, once again on behalf of the FCPA and NCCPA, we greet all of you and call upon you to see that the future programs of action that is being decided by the FCPA and NCCPA are implemented in future, so that our future will be better. With all these words, once again greeting with the permission of Comrade Shiva Gopal Mishra and Comrade Raghavendran. Can we conclude? Can we conclude?
You can conclude. You can conclude.
Thanking all the leaders and participants. It is the meeting, this online conference, National Pension Day Observer is closed. Thank you, Comrade. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.